hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do.
Prince the producer.
Don't want a doll, no dinky tinker toy. I want a hippopotamus to play with and enjoy. Hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. Don't want a doll, no dinky tinker toy. I want a hippopotamus to play with and enjoy. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Goated Podcast.
You're listening to Amari and
Julian.
In today's episode, we will be talking about the books we most recently read. Personally, I read Winter's Bone, and Julian read
The book titled LeBron.
LeBron James.
So, Mari, a lot of our viewers might not know about the book or really anything about Winter's Bone, I think you said. I don't really remember the title. But why don't you give us like a brief introduction, maybe name some characters, plot lines.
Okay, so basically, there's this character named Ree. She's the main character. And she's in a house with her dad, her mom, who's mentally ill and cannot function, and her two little brothers. And Ree is around 17 years old, and the little brothers are 10 maybe. I don't know. Super young though. So bam. The dad, he gets arrested he's about to get arrested because he was cooking up some crack and selling weed and stuff, and he was not supposed to be doing that. So he got caught, and they basically were like, hey, we're going to do this thing in court, and we need money to get you out or whatever. Or not to get you out, but whatever. We need something. We need money from you. And the dad's like, oh, I'm pretty poor, so I'm just going to put it in my house. And yeah, this is my house that my family lives in. And they're like, okay, that's fine. They move on. The police officer comes to Reed's house. And bro's like, oh, yeah, queen. So basically, your dad put your house up. And if your dad does not show up to court, you have to give us your house and you're going to be homeless. And she's like, oh, okay. Throughout this entire book, she's searching for her dad because she doesn't want to be homeless. She's already taking care of her brothers and her mom. So she needs this house to help her because dad disappeared and dad often leaves anyway. No surprise there.
I guess it sounds interesting. I don't know if I'd ever... Yeah, I guess. I don't know if I'd ever...
I don't think Mr. Wyss would like that answer.
Oh, now that's how you clear.
Why are you pausing and not saying...
Okay, I don't think I'd ever read that book, but, that's just not for me.
Okay, yeah.
I think I need to find out some more about the book, so I'm going to ask you, Amari, some more questions. Okay? Okay, hold up. Let me pull them up.
Bruh.
Okay. Alright, first question. This is a pretty interesting question.
Oh, gosh.
If you were Ree, how fast would you have packed your bags and moved to any other town?
Honestly...
Gotten out of there.
Honestly, I don't know if I would be able to because Ree's very poor. She don't have no money. That's why she's dependent on this house because she's bankrupt, no money on her card. So there's no way for her to even leave if she even wanted. Well, she could have gone to the military, but that would kind of be really sad of her to do that, to leave those little boys by themselves with a mother who's mentally ill and a dad that's missing. So it would be really unfortunate if she had pieced out. So honestly, I think I would have done the same thing Ree is doing, trying to look for her dad. Hopefully he comes back so Ree could go to the military. Nope. But yeah, I think if I were Ree, I would not leave. If I could, of course I would, but Ree's very poor, so.
That's interesting. I think a lot of people would do the same as you would, unless they're very selfish.
Ooh.
But I think, it's worth it to try and save your family.
Yes.
What
The
is the
hell?
most... Are
Sorry.
you gonna swear on this podcast?
my bad. This is 18 plus, okay?
Okay.
17 plus.
What was, like, the most shocking, surprising, gut-wrenching, heart-throbbing, tear-wrenching
Okay, damn.
moment in the book?
So, I don't want to spoil it, so I won't say the big obvious thing. But definitely, one thing that was shocking for me was when Ree was looking for her dad, and she goes to this lady's house. She has a husband, too. And Ree, previously, she had went to this lady's house, and she was like, please, like, can you please tell me where my dad is? Just inquiring if she has any information. The woman, like, rejects her. She's like, I'm not telling you anything. You need to go away. And if you come back, I'm going to give you a whooping.
When I catch you, let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to punch you in your mouth, your throat, and your solar plex. Then I'm going to throw you on the ground and commence to stomping your face into the cement. Be prepared.
And Ree's like, whatever. She leaves, comes back over some time, and basically Ree goes up to these women, and it's not just the woman, it's the woman and her sisters. And mind you, Ree is a 17-year-old girl, and these women are grown women, almost somebody's grandma, okay? Probably is somebody's grandma. So bam. They have like hot cocoa or tea or something. They have a hot drink in their hand. And Ree goes up to them, and they pretend like they're offering her the hot drink. No, they splash it on her face, this burning hot drink. They put it on her face and start beating her to the ground. These grown women beat her so badly. And yeah, that was the most shocking, brutal part of this book, honestly. Like, I did not expect this grown lady to bash this little girl, but she did, and it was pretty intense. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds pretty intense. Intense. And,
Intense.
yeah, honestly, like, hearing that scene, I don't know if I want to read the book.
Ooh!
Let's keep asking questions. If Winter's Bone were a rom-com instead of, like, very dramatic and violent, what the fluff? Okay, now tell me, was there like a romantical aspect of this very depressing novel?
Yes, actually, yes and no. So basically, there's these two characters, and it's Ree, obviously, and her friend named Gail. Now listen, technically they don't have any romantic stuff going on, but they kind of do. So basically, when they were younger, Ree and Gail would play this little game where Gail was the boyfriend and Ree was the girlfriend. And during this game, they would kiss each other and do other romantic things that cannot be mentioned in this podcast. But yes, like, they would get it on basically. And they, like, kind of masked it as something that was just, like, pretend. And they were just doing it to practice for when they grow up and have boyfriends. But in my opinion, after seeing how Gail and Ree interact with each other and the names they call each other and the way they, like, caress each other, and especially Ree on her part, like, the way she just speaks about Gail, it gives, like, she has a crush, or more than a crush, like, she's probably in love with Gail. And yeah, that's, like, basically the only, like, romantic part that's actually kind of cute. However, Gail is stuck on her baby daddy, so I highly doubt anything will stem or sprout from that relationship. But yeah, and Gail also has a baby with that man, so
Yeah, double homicide.
That's pretty spicy. So, yeah, we should probably move on to the next book, my book.
Yay!
Hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do.
Prince the producer.
Don't want a doll, no dinky tinker toy. I want a hippopotamus to play with and enjoy. Hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. Don't want a doll, no dinky tinker toy. I want a hippopotamus to play with and enjoy. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Okay, now that we're back, Julian, how about you tell me about the LeBron book and like just give everyone a quick overview about LeBron and who he is.
I mean, where can I even start? You know, it's LeBron James. I think this book really taught me a lot of things, but we can get into that later. It's just a summary. It's a biography of LeBron's life, starting briefly when he was a child, just to like introduce the struggles of his childhood, and then went through his middle school to high school, transition, career, and then not only talking about what he achieved basketball-wise, but also how he really became like a prominent figure in the world of finance and helped uplift and bring opportunities to his closest friends and really change the way like money works in the NBA.
Period, bro, period. Now for my first question, Julian. Okay, if you were LeBron for one day, how would you use it?
What does that mean? Like, what do you mean?
Like, what would you do in that day?
Honestly, just enjoy life. But, well, I don't think I'd trade my life for anybody else's. Run for a day.
Yeah, what would you do?
I'm thinking like
You can say the
I'm
N-word
gonna
now.
go play basketball.
Did he say?
Oh, what you mean? I'm gonna go play basketball. Oh, freaking LeBron. Probably gonna like telegram myself like $1 million, like send $1 million to Julian, like write a check to Julian Fastlane for like $2 million.
Oh my gosh.
And then I'd like donate to charity too, just cause I'm that like thoughtful.
After you just said
I'll
you
probably
would
just-
donate his money,
And-
so basically steal his money.
And I think I'd just be playing basketball, bro, and being six. How tall is he? Like 6'9", 6'8"?
Why are you
Yeah.
asking us?
Having a family. I'll see what it's like to have a family, have 3 kids, and a big house. Oh yeah.
Okay, Julian. Does this book ever talk about LeBron James and like his fame and like how he deals with fame or any issues he goes through with fame? And also, on top of that, can you also tell us what you would do if you were famous or if you want to be famous?
That's a big talking point in this book, because a lot of biographies are about, you know, a career and how their career went. But this book really it shows the world, the reality of being plunged into fame in, honestly, his junior year of high school. Like, they were literally, ESPN, for the first time ever, bought, like, streaming licenses to a high school game to show, like, to live broadcast to the whole world LeBron James playing in high school.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
that's a lot of pressure.
And, yeah, and it just talked about how, you know, he didn't let the pressure get to him. He honestly learned how to use it to
Okay.
succeed. And especially in 2012, when he made the decision to sign with the Miami Heat, literally every single person that lived outside of Miami hated him. And it caused him to not be himself for a whole year, and they didn't win the championship that year because LeBron was letting all the hate like eat away at him. And it took a conversation with his best friend, Jay-Z.
What?
So
His
kind
best
of-
friend is Jay-Z?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, hell.
Remember why you play. You don't play to impress all these people. You play because you love it. And LeBron was like, you're right, bro. And then they went and won 2012 championship. But it really shows LeBron, like all these athletes, you know, their accolades and their success make them view them in a light that isn't normal. But at the end of the day, they're humans as well, and they go through the same or very similar issues as everyday people.
What about you and your fame, though? Like, would you want to be famous, and how would you deal with fame?
I think, the goals I have in life, fame comes with that. But I'm not saying fame is a goal. I don't go out of my way to, know people and gain followers and gain attraction, like, from people. So yeah, I think in terms of my goals, like, fame is unavoidable. And dealing with that, I think I'm just going to use, the advice I've learned. And the main one being, like, don't change when you get famous. Just stay the same. Live life the same way, except you got fans now. And I think it'll be cool. I do know that I want to lay low in a way. I've never been someone for the cameras for all the attention. And
Unless it's from you.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, so we got a sassy interviewer. I think it'll be fun. People coming up to you, like, oh, can I get a picture, please? That would be awesome. Like, hey, you want a picture with me? I got you.
Yeah, that sounds really cute. There's been a lot of talk about basketball this, basketball that. We want to see LeBron for who he really is outside of basketball. Does he give any insight on his life outside of basketball? Any other hobbies, activities, anything?
Honestly, I'd say it's a good half of the book. Obviously, I mentioned LeBron's business ventures. Not only did he open his own or found his own company, he helped his friend found a sport agency, right? I think that's what it's called. And also he founded a film, like, I guess a media group. He would say they make TV shows, films, documentaries, all that stuff. So a lot of it was LeBron as a businessman. A good portion of the book, especially early on, was how LeBron negotiated deals, like shoe deals, NBA contracts, all that good stuff. And also they talk about him as a father and how, like, being a father and has, like, changed his perception on life and how devoted he is to his wife since they were high school sweethearts. They got together in his senior year and they've been together and he's been completely devoted to her. And hobbies, I say, yeah, definitely. They always talk about how he loves to do charitable events. He has his own Nike camp, I think in Las Vegas. He does this thing, I think it's called, like, Kids or something. It's like biking for Akron,
Kids.
Ohio, where he's from. He's from Akron, Ohio. And he bikes a lot. There were times where he would bike like 100 miles in a day because he just loves to bike.
Like you?
Yeah, but I don't have a bike, so I can't do that.
Okay, but you did have one.
Yeah, they got stolen out of my backyard, bro. But anyways,
Oh, you
yes,
idiot.
a lot of personal insight into LeBron as a person outside of basketball.
Well, going back into basketball, what are some unbelievable career stats or, like, anything really cool that you've heard of?
In 2018,
The hell?
LeBron,
Why do you know this, like, from the top of your head? Down to the year.
LeBron James was on the Cavaliers, his
Okay.
hometown team, and it was a team that had gone to the NBA Finals the year prior and had been destroyed by the Golden State Warriors and Kevin Durant. This team had gone to the Finals the year prior. LeBron's wingman, Kyrie Irving, betrayed everyone and went to the Boston Celtics.
Ooh.
Now, personally, Kyrie Irving's my favorite basketball player, so I'm not going to say anything bad about that
Oh.
decision. But LeBron, the team they had was pretty terrible, and nobody expected them to even do good. But LeBron said, nah, that's not happening. And he single-handedly carried that sorry team to the Finals, where they got destroyed by the same team that they lost to last year. But the things LeBron was doing in that year, especially in those playoffs, that season considered to be the greatest individual season by any player of all time. I think he had 8 40-point games in the playoffs alone, multiple of those games being triple-doubles, which means 10-plus points, 10-plus assists, 10-plus rebounds. And in the playoff series versus the Indiana Pacers, I believe, through all 7 games that they played, no other player on the Cavaliers dropped more than 19 points. You gotta imagine LeBron was literally carrying these players to the finals. They were just hopping on this car that LeBron was dragging by himself.
Damn. That's a
I
really
have more
good...
moments. You want me to keep going?
No.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
No? Well, anyways, in 2012, LeBron was in the Eastern Conference Finals versus the Boston Celtics. And the year prior was that year where LeBron was getting all that hate. Everybody hated him. He did terribly. And he lost in the finals to the Mavericks. This year, LeBron wanted revenge. And they were down 3-2 in the series. It was Game 6 in Boston. And LeBron went off, bro. I mean, literally, people were describing this game to be one of the best games, like, ever. And hold on. Let me pull up the stats. Unfortunately, I don't have them memorized. Are they going to come up? He had 45 points and 15 rebounds, along with 5 assists versus the Celtics, on 73% field goals made and 50% of his threes made, which is insane. Usually people make like 35% of their threes, but this dude, man, he just destroyed the soul of the Celtics. And Game 7 was like a cakewalk. They went to the finals and they beat the San Antonio Spurs for LeBron to get his first ring in his career.
Period.
Oh.
Too low. That's really interesting. That's really interesting, Julian. Yeah, that was an amazing conversation. You had some amazing points, honestly. Like, I was so interested. I was so intrigued. Like,
Yeah, whatever you say, man.
This episode is coming to an end, unfortunately. Julian, how do we feel about today's episode?
I just feel rejuvenated because I got to talk about LeBron.
Like when you drink Slurp juice after you get shut up in Fortnite?
Nah, more like when you eat a good orange. You know what I mean?
Anyway.
Yeah, that's it for the podcast.
Wait, what about me? You didn't even ask.
Oh, yeah. How was your experience or whatever?
I think it was really fun, and I think we should do this more often.
All right, that's it for the podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh!
See you another time. Thank you for listening.
Bye.
Hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do.
Prince the producer.
Don't want a doll, no dinky dinker toy. I want a hippopotamus to play with.